Check. Cool. Yo. What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Best Cheapest Podcast. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. This past weekend was Mother's Day. And luckily for us Mexicans and some Central Americans, we didn't have to buy double Mother's Day gift. Usually, we celebrate Mother's Day on May 10th, and here in the U.S., it's every second Sunday. So sometimes, every 4 years, I think, it lands on the same Sunday. But every year after that, or every 3 years in between, they get double Mother's Day. So, but this time it was just one gift. And who knows? Some of them probably didn't even get one gift because of this whole thing going on. People aren't working. People aren't doing anything. So, maybe they're just running low. But I know my mom, she was like, "Yo, just spend time with me." She didn't really want much because of what's going on. So she was like, "Yo, just spend some time with me. Let's have a good day," and that's it. So that's what we gave her. My brother came down. We spent the afternoon, and that same weekend is my pop's birthday. So we killed two birds with one stone. And the family came over. We put all the Corona stuff aside and just had a good time again. And I don't know if you guys know, but the traditional plate, my pops is from the state of Hidalgo, and in the very, very small town that he's from, the common, or the, what would you call it? The traditional plate there is barbacoa, barbacoa al hoyo, which is, it's like an oven that's in the ground. It's just like a hole that's outlined with brick and is essentially an oven. How you traditionally do it is you'd make coals down below. Once there's a good amount of coals and the oven is hot enough, you put a pot with water and some peppers, I think it's garlic, rice, garbanzo beans, and some salt. And then you put another like grilled type thing, and on top of that you put you put the meat, and it's sheep, right? Sheep meat, and you just pile it up on top, and you cover the hole with we have like some metal lid, and you cover it with that, and then on top of that metal lid you put a bunch of dirt. You wet the dirt, and then you could put a towel or a big blanket or whatever, just so that the dirt doesn't fly away. And then it sits for 4+ hours, depending on how much coal you have in there and all that stuff. And then it's just like a big old ceremony thing, like ordeal when you're taking it out. You're kind of ready with salsa and fresh tortillas, and you're as the meat is coming out of the oven, everybody's just kind of picking at it right there. But here at my house, we don't have one of them. But what we do have is this huge ass pot that my dad does it in. Oh, I forgot. Before you cover the oven, or in our case, the big ass pot, We have pencas de maguey, which is an agave plant. Um, for those of you who don't know, it's like a big ass. It looks like aloe vera, but it's not. You do not want to cut that and rub it up on yourself because you'll have like the opposite effect of aloe vera and just roll around and your skin will be super itchy and on fire. So you don't want to do that. But it's like a agave, kind of like what they make tequila out of. Uh, and you cut them. They're usually about like you don't want, depending on the pot, but if you're doing it in a hole or a pot, it's like 3 feet long, 2 feet long. The point is that so that you can cover the meat with a bunch of agave. I guess they're leaves, so that the entire bundle of meat is covered, and then you cover the actual oven or the pot. So, and then to prep those agave leaves, at the base of the leaves, they're thicker than the top. So you want to shave off, they have spikes. So you shave off the spikes on the sides, and then on the back side of it, you want to shave it down so that it's flexible and malleable so you could cover it. And once you shave it down, you kind of roast them so that they're even more malleable, and then the juices of the leaves themselves, they're not raw when they're in the pot or the oven, it's kind of like vapor cooking, the way that meat is. So yeah, you put the meat, and then you put the agave plant, the magueyes, and then you cover it. And then in our case, we have a big burner with the huge ass pot. It's fucking big. But yeah, in this last time they did it for like 6 hours, and I guess the sheep was freshly killed, so I guess it was really good. I had a bit of it, and and my grandma's here, so they made what is it? What do they call it? La panza. I forget what she calls it, but it's pretty much all the intestines, the liver, like everything, the liver, kidneys, the intestines, all that stuff. They clean them out, chop them up, and then wrap them in the stomach of the sheep, and then they put, before they close it, they put a bunch of like sauce, usually just spicy ass salsa, and then they close it and they throw it in there with all the meat and stuff. So this time was a little bit different because we did have that, but it's not the most flavorful dish, but it's good. It's not bad. Even the stomach, it wasn't that bad. It just tasted like, because the sauce that they put just happened to be almost the same exact sauce as their other traditional plate or dish, which is misiote, but that's for another day. But it was all right. It wasn't bad. I had never had, I think. Yeah, we did. Maybe like 13 years ago, we had I don't know if it was sheep stomach, but point is it sheep or it's sheep, right? Because there's sheep. Yeah, it's sheep. I was tripping. But I think I could almost, man. I think I feel like I remember that I've had it before. I've tried the liver and the stomach and stuff when we were in the other house. But anyways, it was good. So yeah, since that like traditional plate, since my dad made that traditional food, everybody came over, and it was Mother's Day, and and also my dad's birthday landed on the same weekend, so uh, it was a big ordeal. I got sunburnt. Can't really fucking tell, but got in the pool and shit and got so fucking burnt. I mean, I'm dark as it is, but let's see. No, you guys can't tell. But I mean, I'm pretty brown. And yesterday night I was like red. So good thing we have a little garden of Eden here, and we have some aloe vera. So we cut some of that up and rubbed it all over my body. It's feeling all slimy. It felt kind of weird and awkward, but once you get over that, it dries off. I was tripping because I thought it was gonna smell. Like I've smelled. We call it savila. I smelled savila before, but I thought that the gooey inside was gonna smell just like that once it dries, but it smelled like nothing, and I could sleep good. And today it's not. I mean, I'm just darker. I'm not burnt or anything. I thought I was gonna be like peeling and stuff. We'll see how the week plays out. Hopefully, I don't start peeling, but it doesn't burn anymore. Yesterday it burnt. It was like that itchy burning sensation. Fuck that. I don't think. I mean, I was at the river. I was on the Colorado River a few days ago, and shit, it was 115 degrees on the fucking river. Like, and we were like, there was no clouds. The sun was right above us. We did like 2 miles to where we went, and then 2 miles back. And I didn't get burnt. I mean, I got a little dark. I had that roll-on sunscreen, and you could tell where I missed spots, but I didn't get burnt. So, I don't know. Yesterday's SoCal sun, I guess, just came in a little extra hot. But yeah, I was on the Colorado River. For those of you who don't know me, I spend a lot of time. I try to spend as much time outside and in nature as much as I can. And long story short, we found out that if you're a annual pass holder for recreational and national parks, there was certain areas that you could access the Colorado River from, and we tried to go through some back roads, but they were all blocked off. I'm sure the national park rangers foresaw that and put barriers and stuff at the entrances. So we had to go to the state parks, and luckily, obviously I hold a pass, so we got in for free and kayaked 2 miles. And those waters, I mean, it's May, so fuck, I'm so glad we get to enjoy nature. Usually, man, there's so many people just not, I don't know. I just seen so many beautiful places like trashed, literally, whether it be graffiti on, like paint graffiti on walls, or people scratching shit on cliff or canyon walls, or literally just plastic bottles or bags of chips, or fucking just literally just any trash. I've seen like various places just trashed, and to see that there was like minimal people in the place that we went, because it was a state park, and to see that there was minimal people there. And then we got on the water, and the water was like pretty much the whole way there, except in the center of the river, where it was pretty deep. You could even then you could still see the rays, like the sunlight, the rays go into the water. Like I don't know how to explain it, but you could see like clear, and towards the sides, like on the sides, on the walls of the canyon, you could see the bed, the riverbed, like maybe, I don't know, I'd guesstimate at least 20 feet on the by the walls of the canyon. So, man, it was nice. We didn't see any fish though, which was a little odd, but you know, I was just glad that there wasn't that many people when we could enjoy it. It was literally quiet. I mean, we did like a mile an hour. We did 2 hours there and 2 hours back, and we had like two other people, like another couple that rode that was in front of us, and then maybe a few people coming back, but it was very minimal. Like taking into account that it's May and right now is like the peak opening season to like all the parks and stuff and all the recreational activities and stuff. There was like literally nobody. So, and it was just amazing. But yeah. What else? Mother's Day, kayaked, swam, got sunburnt. UFC 249 on Saturday. That shit was popping, man. I was waiting for something. And of course, Uncle Dana, he was the first one to lead the charge in sports. Some of you who don't keep up with MMA, I guess he maybe not he, but the UFC bought a fight island that they're going to be putting events on. But this event was supposed to happen the middle of last month, and it got 3 weeks ago, I believe, and it got postponed because the state of California didn't let them. Oh, no. So the UFC is owned by ESPN, or has a contract with ESPN, and ESPN is owned by Disney, and I guess people up at the top told them to scrap the card and all that stuff. But it happened this week, and damn, I try to catch every fight, but I caught like the first two, and then I caught the last, what is it, six or seven. But yeah, I was excited. I was super excited. It was a little weird. I mean, obviously that last card before all this happened in Brazil, when Charles Oliveira tapped out Kevin Lee. That shit was empty too, but this felt. I kind of liked it. Because you could hear the instructions the coaches were giving. You could like. It felt very intimate, like if you were there, kind of. It was weird, but I dug that there was no noise, and it was just you could only you just focused on what was happening live. You know, you didn't get caught up in the audience, the live audience noise and all that stuff. So I dug it. But from the jump, it was pretty cool. That second fight with Bryce Mitchell. Jesus Christ. I think it was like 3 official twister attempts. I think it was that second one was deep. That second one, man, that's crazy. And he would, I think, man, I'm trying to remember. I've been doing so much shit. But I think it was that second twister attempt that he got the takedown and landed with that far leg already wrapped, which was fucking crazy. I mean, that's some high level shit. And to go, and then fuck Charles, man, that fuck. He took the whole fight, just fucking on his back, defended. I mean, I don't know how many fucking arm triangle attempts that were deep, and he just defended those as well. That was a real good fucking fight. Real good fucking fight. I mean, that just set the tempo of the whole night, I think. Of course, I didn't see those other, I think it was 4 fights after that I didn't catch, but man, that shit was sick. I mean, I was fucking screaming. Excuse me. Uh, and it looks like he's finally getting his camo shorts. I was listening to some post fight interviews, and I guess Dana said that he told him not to worry about the shorts. He's gonna get Reebok to make those camo shorts for him. That Midwestern white boy, that squirrel hunting, fucking twister, fucking murder is getting his camo shorts. That's just crazy. That's just funny. It's great. I like that dude because he's very humble, and if you guys follow other podcasts, there's this comedian named Theo Vaughn, and he's from the South, and he had Bryce Mitchell on his podcast, and you just kind of got to know the dude a little bit more. Yeah, you could just tell that he's like super humble, super grounded, and just a regular cat that's just doing something he fucking loves and is real fucking good at it. So I dig that. I'm a fan of his. And then of course I didn't catch the other 4 fights, but that Cowboy Pettis fight, man, I thought Cowboy took that fight. It was very back and forth, but I felt like Cowboy took that pressure on Pettis for the most part. And then that the quarantine was, I think, got to Pettis a little bit. You could tell he was having a little, flab on his waistline because he looked a little thick. But I think they should have gave the nod to Cowboy for sure. I think I heard that the Carla Esparza and what's her name, Michelle Waterson fight, that the judges fucked up on that decision too. But I don't know, man. I think Cowboy took that fight for sure, and who knows what's gonna happen to him now. What he has, like 4 losses in a row now. So, yeah, who knows? Who knows what happens to him? Because he's bouncing up and down from 170 to 155. And so, man, whoever they give him, he's going to accept it. And that motherfucker just loves to fight. So, well, I'm sure motherfuckers are lining up to fight him. There's no drought in opponents for him. He don't give a fuck. So, and then who kicked off the main card? Oh, Greg Hardy and what's his name? Jovan De Castro, Portuguese cat. Yeah, I think they kicked off the main card, and I felt like De Castro was coming out a little strong that first round, and then he just fucking glided that second and third. He kind of alluded to like a foot injury middle of the second round, but you gotta just, I feel like at that point, who the fuck knows? Who am I to talk? But you're in there, man. You gotta fucking push through and try to get that W. And of course, everybody that's hating on Greg Hardy and he keeps on winning. You can't hate on the guy's athleticism. It is what it is. He's getting those W's. That one loss before to that Russian cat. I forget his name, but he's still. I think he's been fighting for fucking 2 years. You can't really hate on him on what he's doing in there. You can hate him as a person, but what he's doing in there, you just gotta kind of set the two things apart. And then after that fight, that Calvin Kattar with that fucking vicious hook elbow that sat Jeremy Stevens on his ass, boy. Man, that shit was clean. And Jeremy Stevens came in 4.5 pounds heavier. That I mean, did he take a who do you fuck? I think he has two losses in a row now. Jeremy Stevens, and he's another motherfucker that he just whoever they put in front of him, he's gonna sign the contract to. So I mean, he's not in a drought of opponents either. He doesn't have really much to worry about. But that's 2 losses in a row now for Jeremy. Calvin Kattar just coming off of that Zabit loss. I'm not sure if Zabit has an opponent right now, but I mean they were kind of alluding or putting on the table to run that rematch again, because that fight was close too. That Zabit Calvin Kattar fight was close. So, man, I wouldn't be mad at that, because Calvin Kattar is a fucking animal. I think Joe said something. He said that Joe said that he believes that Calvin Kattar is a dark horse in the division. And he might be, man. He doesn't make a lot of noise. He just goes in there and marks fools. So he just might be that dark horse, and people are sleeping on him. Gonna come in hot. Calvin Kattar. Who was after Calvin Kattar? Francis Ngannou with that fucking obliteration of fucking Jorginho. Fuck, man. That guy is a fucking scary motherfucker, man. And I think how long did that fight last? 15 seconds? 20 seconds? I thought this motherfucker's so fast. I thought you only hit him twice. And then they played the slow-mo. And after that first, I think it was that left fucking long overhook that sat him down, he landed 4 more. That motherfucker, man. Whoever he comes up against next, after that Stipe loss, and then that Derek Lewis fucking sleeper of a fight, I think he's a whole new fucking animal. And whoever, I think what's gonna happen there is DC is gonna fight Stipe, and then if DC wins, he's gonna retire with the belt, and then they'll probably run Stipe and Ngannou back for the vacant heavyweight title. Cause, I mean, who else is there right now at the top? For Ngannou to fight, there really is nobody. So I'm sure he's gonna be that rematch against Stipe, and then Ngannou's gonna win, I'm sure, because he's gonna know what's up with the wrestling, and then they're gonna run the trilogy, and ain't nobody stopping Ngannou from there. He's gonna be murdering fools. That's some scary shit. And he comes, and I don't know. I'm a big fan of like underdogs and that underdog story that come from nothing. Just like Bryce Mitchell, he's just humble and shit. This Cameroonian fucking animal. He's marking fools and just a beast. And then of course you got that main event hitter. I thought from the jump, that first round, Tony, I don't know. I mean, like everybody, or I think Dano was the first one to bring it up about him cutting weight twice in 3 weeks. I think that affects you. I mean, who knows after that first weight cut where he kept his weight at after that. But I mean, and how was his training? If he kept that weight real low, that means his training wasn't optimal for those 3 weeks. So maybe he wasn't peaking like he would have been if he didn't cut that first 155 pounds. So, and if he ballooned back up and then like fucking trained hard and then had a fucking peak back down. Fuck. I mean, I'm sure that shit affected him, and of course he's not one to admit it. He's not one to say, this cost me the fight. Motherfucker's crazy. But I thought Justin from the jump looked sharp. He looked calm. And Tony was trying to play with him the whole fight. He was trying to mind game him the whole time, screaming across the shit. That's why I dug the no audience. You could hear everything. You could hear them talking shit. You could hear, oh, I missed fucking Henry and fucking Dominick Cruz. Oh, fuck. I'm all over the place today. But we'll get back to that. Where was I at? Yeah, Justin was just fucking sharp. He was just fucking calm. He wasn't that reckless fighter that we all fucking are used to and shit. He was from the jump. I told my homies, I was like, yo, he's looking sharp. Tony's looking a little different. Maybe Tony was expecting Justin to come out and just bulldog him and try to pressure his pressure, but hell no, Justin just picked him apart pretty much. Justin turned to El Cucuy that night, and I didn't even know, but I guess he is half Mexican, so that's what's up. Yeah, man. And that last, I think it was that fourth, between the fourth and the fifth, one of my boys, he said something about he can't get cocky or something, or he's gonna get cocky, and I'm like, nah, dude. Like I looked over, I'm like, yo, I mean, the coach, fucking Trevor Whitman, that he has, like, he's top level coach, and like, I'm glad that I heard that shit when he told him, he's like, yo, you gotta you gotta stay patient, stay on the game plan, don't get excited, don't get ahead of yourself, keep your fucking head level, keep on doing what you're doing, don't get excited because it's still dangerous. Like that's fucking perfect. Like, you don't want this motherfucker to go back to his old ways and brush Tony Ferguson and get fucking cut up with them elbows and finished, because you can never sleep on him. You can never sleep on Tony. This motherfucker's on his game those 25 minutes and more. He would have kept on going if it wasn't for the ref. And I agree on that stoppage, man. He was trying to shake himself back into consciousness almost, or like shake himself back into like I don't know, like to rejuvenate himself. That before the stoppage, he got fucked up. I mean, Justin cut him up. He worked him. That them leg kicks were working. I mean, just all around. He was just sticking to the basics. Justin just stick to the basics. Tony was trying to catch him off guard and move around a lot. And Justin just stuck to the basics, stayed focused. And I mean, if you listen to the post-fight interview and the post-fight press conference, that's what he said, is he just stayed focused, stayed in the game plan, not get caught up in the action, not get too excited, because that's what was costing him fights before. And that's what you got to do with Tony. You got to stay on your toes. You can't get happy. You can't get excited. You got to stay fucking focused, because this motherfucker, you give him an inch, and that's all he needs. And now he got Khabib, and who knows how that's gonna be. Hopefully, I mean, I think, I don't know. I want to say Justin is more he's more like, I don't know, because Tony's fucking crazy. This motherfucker don't give a fuck. But I feel like Justin's a harder fight for Khabib, just because Justin will allow him, or will push him to stay standing. I think Justin's wrestling is, even though we really haven't seen it at all, his wrestling is fucking top notch, and maybe more so than Tony's, I think. And even though Tony's ground game, his submission game is much more dangerous than Justin's, I think what Tony has on Khabib is the submission game, right? Obviously, Khabib is top grappler, but the submission game is better than Khabib's submission game. So he's dangerous everywhere. But I think that Justin's going to force Khabib and defend the takedowns. He's going to use that wrestling to his defense and force the fight to stay standing. And that's where Justin, I feel like Justin's going to get him. And who knows? Maybe Conor gets that Tony Ferguson fight. I think whoever I went in thinking whoever loses this fight is kind of still gonna win because they're gonna get the Conor fight. The Conor fight means money, and I mean if they beat Conor, they're still in the mix. So I think the only person that's gonna lose here is Dustin. I don't think Dustin's gonna get any good fights really, because obviously Justin got Khabib, Tony just lost. So, well, maybe who knows, because Conor might get Dustin now because Tony's orbital is fucking shattered, so he needs to sit out and wait a little bit. So Dustin might get that Conor fight in July. You know, and then obviously Khabib and Justin. But man, let's go back to that Henry Cejudo and Dominick Cruz fight. Man, Dominick Cruz, I don't think he's gonna be a champion again. Even coming into this fight, I felt like he wasn't gonna beat Cejudo. Henry is just, he's that new age, he's that new wave, and not a new wave, but I feel that Dominick's footwork is what beat him or got him all those W's before, but it's a whole new game now. He was that fresh new look into MMA when he came onto the scene, and that footwork was crazy. And now it's not. I feel like it's not as amusing or as like. I just don't feel like it throws people off, especially after Cody sat him down. I don't think he's gonna be champion, and it sucks because this motherfucker's had so many injuries, and he's obviously a top fucking fighter, but he's an OG that's been in the game for a long time. But I really don't think he's gonna be champ anytime soon, and especially not now. I mean, you got fucking Aldo down there. I mean, maybe against Aldo, if the stars line up for him, and he gets Aldo. I mean, I think Aldo's a fucking great, but I don't think. I mean, who knows? Because Aldo did beat fucking Marlon Moraes. I felt like Marlon or Aldo won that fight too, but you got Aljamain and you got Petre, however you say his name. But I really don't see Dominick being champ. It sucks. But man, and yeah, that fight I saw Henry just picking him. He was just picking him. And that stoppage, I could see why it was protested. I mean, he was coming up, but just like that TJ Dillashaw fight, I don't think he was coming back. I think once Henry is so fucking like, I don't know if discipline's the right word, but so like keen that he knows, like I feel like he knows when to put it on, and kind of like the opposite of Justin Gaethje, when Justin Gaethje would see Tony get hurt and he'd like chill and not fucking bulldog him, because Justin Gaethje would just be reckless, right? And I feel that Henry isn't reckless. So when he senses blood, he goes and he attacks it, but he attacks it smart. So I don't think, just like TJ, I don't think TJ was coming back. I don't think Dominick was coming back. And I mean, I always say, like, let them go out on their sword. But I really don't think Dominick was coming back. I really think Henry was coming on, and he wasn't. He saw that blood coming, and he went for it. And man, he retired at the top. Me and my boy, we were talking how he doesn't like him because he talks a lot of shit and he's cringy and all that shit. But man, it's what, I mean, he came out and said, yo, I'm gonna be this because of the money. And he got eyes on him. People didn't like him. I mean, I think that was the better way of going at it. Like, obviously it's him and Colby that have those different personas, right? But the way Henry went about it, neither of them are appealing, but the way Henry went about it, I feel that's like, as a fan, it's better than Colby, because Colby's like taking this shit on like he really is this dude. And even though everybody's saying, yo, you're not this dude, and it's obvious that he's not this dude, and he said it behind closed doors that he's not this dude, he's still going about it. And Henry's like, yo, I'm just doing this so I could get eyes on my fights so that I could get the money. You know? And shit, I mean, really, what he's saying, man, who can argue? You know, he got gold. He got 3 gold medals, technically. He got that 125 gold, he got that 135 gold, and he got that Olympic 2008 gold. So, and he defended both of them, both of the belts. He won them and defended them. I don't think anybody who's a double champ has done that. You know, Conor was the first one. He never defended either of them. Who came second? DC. He didn't. I think he defended his lightweight and lost with John. And then fucking Amanda. Damn, what's her last name? Damn, I just blanked out. But Amanda Nunes. She's a 135 and 145 champ, and she beat Cyborg, and then she went in against, I think it was a 145 belt, and then she's going in to do 145 again. So, and then I feel like there's one more. There's one more double champ, but I mean, nobody else has defended both, won them both simultaneously been champ in both divisions and defended them while being champ in both divisions. So, man, I mean, he got my vote as a fan, even though he's like the lowest weight classes and and you know, cringy and all that shit. But yo, the skills there, the techniques there. I mean, those 2 weight classes, they're the fastest. I feel, maybe not. I think 155s and 170 are technical too. But, you know, 125, I mean, Demetrius fucking brought the 125 division, that technical level, way high. So, I mean, I don't know, but those 2 divisions they're not weak divisions anymore. Maybe 125. 125 is hardly even there now. I don't know they're probably going to scrap that division soon. I don't see them. Because there's no money being made. It sucks, but I as a business or whatever, you know, I could see why they're like, you know, they're probably just wasting money because they're not gonna headline an event or a pay-per-view. Whoever wins the 125 belt, I mean, Henry did bring eyes to that division. So if you don't got nobody bringing eyes, whether they're hateful or loving eyes to the division, there's really nobody else. Joe Benavidez. I mean, I'm a fan of his, and he's an OG too, but he's not gonna bring eyes. You know, a lot of people don't know who he is, so I think that division is gonna get scrapped. But yeah, man, yeah, that was my weekend. MMA's back. It was Mother's Day. MMA. Went kayaking. It was a good fucking past couple 5 days, 4 days, whatever it was. You know, can't complain. Still not working, but we're alive and well. We're doing what we can with what we have and trying to keep on progressing. And yeah, I appreciate you guys for tuning in and again, like I always say, I appreciate you guys and keep on reaching out. Keep on, if you guys got any like comments or critiques, send them my way to the podcast Instagram, on the YouTube comments, my personal Instagram, whatever. Reach out. Let us know what you guys think. If you guys think it's whack, let us know like why you think that shit's whack. Anything you guys got to say, man, it's always appreciated. It's always taken in with as constructive criticism, even if it's negative. It is what it is, but thank you guys. I hope you guys are staying safe. Shit's opening up again. I think regular retail stores are gonna start opening up or something. But yeah, it's all stay positive. The golden rule: treat people how you want to be treated. Treat yourself well. Meditate. Close your eyes and just breathe. Let thoughts come in and out. I mean, whatever you guys gotta do. Listen to soothing music. If you guys got Spotify, I think there's a playlist called Kalimba Meditation. That's a dope little relaxing playlist that they have on Spotify. Drink a lot of water. Journal, write shit down. Just write your feelings down. What you want to do today, what you did yesterday. Even if it's not a lot, write that shit down. And if you didn't do shit yesterday, if you only did 2 things yesterday, try to do 3 today. So on and so forth. We're almost through. We're almost fucking back to normal. People say, oh, we're not going to get back to normal. Fuck that. Maybe that normal, they mean, I think a lot of people mean we're not going to be back. We're never going to be back to normal in the sense of shit's going to be different in a weird way. But fuck that. Shit's going to be different in a better way. Shit's going to be popping. You feel me? Like, I don't know, man. I just stay positive. Fuck all that negative shit. Stay fucking positive. Stay thinking, shit's going to be better. And not just think it, but fucking practice that shit. Try to be better in your own life so that when we all start to fucking come together again and start meeting up and shit and shit starts opening up, we're a better person. And shit's better than what it was when all this shit came down. So there's my little positive rant. But thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Much love. Peace.